Welcome back to the Ruby Tuesday. My name's Ruben.
Okay.
And today we're talking about Another Life, spoilers and the ending of season 2. So if you haven't watched season 1,
Or season two.
or season 2 for sure, then maybe this is not the place for you, unless you love spoilers. I know there are some people that just don't care and they go and watch all the spoilers and they want to know beforehand. That's fine. You're welcome. Let's jump in.
Okay, so let's talk about the end. Okay. So for me, it felt very much like War of the Worlds meets Independence Day, little bit of Terminator, tiny bit of a cop out.
A little bit of Stargate.
Yeah. So basically, they discover that the Akaya are actually a form of AI, like a form of code, and energy that I guess their creators originally created them to clean up their mess. And so that's their programmed directive, is to go around and clean up the mess. Unfortunately, most of the occupants of worlds, like humans, are the creators of the mess. There's a bit of a conundrum there. It was convenient that they could simply upload some like some malware, a computer virus, and basically they would that's it, neutralize the enemy.
Yeah.
So
It's almost a Stephen King ending. Like you didn't know what you wanted to do with it. I think in this case it's probably down to time and budget. This was filmed over the COVID area and it was also not received well by the critics. So when you have those two things, even getting a second season,
was a miracle.
yeah, nobody thought you were going to get a second season. So they wrote a great second season, but then when they got to the end, they were like, damn, we need to end it now.
Yeah, we need to end it, and end it in an episode kind of thing, or two. So that felt a little bit convenient. However, it did actually make for a really nice ending.
Yeah.
Because once the Akaya are out of the way, you realize that you were not alone in the universe. There's messages from all over the galaxy,
That was so cool.
all over, just, sort of welcoming them to the global community, not global, the universal community, and also thank you for getting rid of this problem that we've had for how many generations, I don't know. But what I thought was really interesting, that there was this line of dialogue that kind of made you think that maybe it could happen again, because they mention that the Akaya are the evolution of William.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's talk about our AI.
William was very interesting. Also, talking about a get out clause. William is the get out clause for the entire 2 seasons. When they've written themselves into a corner, what do we do now? William comes to the rescue. If you think back to the amount of times he actually, either as a direct result from William or from what he's created,
They can solve a problem.
because the Akaya, he is mother because of what he created from.
So we can talk about this now.
Yara.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, I'm working it out. Because of what he had done, Yara was this creation, the amalgamation of 2 worlds, and her
the bridge.
code was something that helped them survive quite a few interactions, and
Yeah.
eventually is the creation or the beginnings of understanding their code for the weapon.
Yes.
That is able to destroy them.
Yeah, so the big weapon that they built. But I was thinking more of how they actually uploaded the virus in the end, which was through the most incredible piece of acting I think I have ever seen. Particularly, okay.
Yeah, if you didn't like her acting, Katie Sackhoff.
There is this scene, or series of scenes, once she is sort of possessed by this Akaya. Oh my goodness, that girl has acting chops, like seriously.
The mixture of still slightly being human, trying to fight the control from the possession of what is in you, also to be looking like she was having a stroke.
Absolutely. It was amazing. Like, it was, I didn't think she had it in her, but wow.
The
that
contortionist bits as well.
Yeah.
Incredible. I mean, maybe they did that with movie magic that's
Maybe.
fine. But there was definitely a lot that was her, which was
And I also
very
think
great.
that there's got to be a willingness of a female actor to be ugly. And I think that's something it's becoming more common now. I think that, you know, you don't have to cry pretty and you can have snot coming out of your nose and all of these things, you know, like, wow, women can be real on camera.
What?
But it's still, you know, it's still something that is hard to overcome as a female because of the way society wants us to present ourselves all the time. We need to be together and we need to look pretty, to a certain extent. And I think most of the time the characters in this season all did that. You know, even the men were pretty.
I feel pretty, witty, and you can't say it anymore.
Yes, you can. The original meaning.
Yeah, I know.
Happy.
Happy. Yeah.
Anyway, we've digressed. There was a point to all of that.
About being a woman and feminism.
Yes. I can't remember who it was, but there was a woman recently in a film who did a sex scene, and the director came to her afterwards, after watching the rushes, and said, your tummy was like looking quite big. Would you like us to go back? We can change the angle. We can do some Photoshop. And she was like, no, actually, that's how I look. Like, that's what I really look like. So let's show people what I really look like. And that is incredibly brave.
I mean, if they saw me during my sexual times with my tummy, yeah. Enjoy that visual, guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to William. I thought William, the actor, who is not the actor, but the actor who played William, the evolution of his character was incredible.
Yeah.
To him being in love, to wanting to be a real boy, to be actually being the hero, to moments where we actually thought he was the bad guy for real.
Yeah.
And
Gabriel, bad guy.
Now I was talking about when he was right at the end, I think it was episode 9.
Oh, yes.
Where we think he's betrayed the crew.
Yeah.
Because he's in love.
Because he's so in love with her.
Yes, he's willing to do anything. And you know that it is true that he is in love, but he always put the humanity first. See, he was the true great AI. But going a few episodes back, the original coding was Gabriel.
Yeah.
And Gabriel was broken.
Oh, so broken.
And some of the issues that they had from season 1 was because Gabriel was messing with William's AI code.
Yeah.
He was kind of pushing him, no, just do that. Or waking up the wrong crew, which still messes with me because was William even meant to wake up those guys that he did? Or was that Gabriel's doing?
Yeah. I mean, you know, I think Gabriel was playing a long game because he was trying to persuade the crew that when he finally did take control, that William was a problem. So he had to make William make mistakes constantly.
Yep. And going back to the Akaya were interesting because we thought they were the main bad guys, but now we know they're the tool, the little crabby AI thingies that go up your nose. It was so gross. Anyway, every planet we encounter, it's like the aftermath of them having been there for a while. That one planet we just see bodies, like not even buried, just on top of the ground. But if you do scans of them, you see like the skeletons of...
Yeah, they've all got those things
So
in their
we know
heads.
that this is the future of Earth. So they've established that. That's not the first planet we've been to. But there's very interesting character designs of humanoid aliens that we meet. So the one in the cave I thought was excellent. There's different AI as well. So there's so many kind of first contact moments. There was another species I'm trying to remember. Oh, the really nasty one who do experiments on us.
Yeah.
Which was excellent. And their technology was weird because it wasn't faster than light travel. It was hyper light travel.
Which is even better.
Which is faster and just looks horrible to experience.
Yes.
But their healing technology is excellent. But they have one major flaw, which is the cold.
I know, another get out of jail free card. I'm sorry, but like...
Oh, and look, I'm on an ice planet. Oh,
how convenient.
And I've just figured out all these alien buttons. I don't speak the language, but let's do test. Luckily, one of them wasn't like the countdown to destruction. Like, oh no.
Or like, let's wake up all the crew who are asleep.
Yeah.
Because I didn't buy it that massive ship was crewed by one person.
No, I think they're all dead. Although we're saying that they're at war with each other and they're all fighting for this power cause.
Fair enough. Okay.
There's more get out of jail free cards in
Yeah.
there. Talking about the crew, the thing I really like, and I think this is different to some sci-fis, is they have all these crew members in stasis.
Yes.
And so when you are getting a bit stale, or you've just written out a couple of characters, we're like, hang on a minute, we have these two people.
Yeah.
It's also kind of like a get out of jail free
free.
card. Let's wake them up from stasis and just have another new dynamic.
Which is great.
The one thing I didn't agree with throughout the series is that these guys are the best of the best of the best,
They're
right?
so emotional.
But they're so emotional and immature a lot of the time, and they put their baggage at the front rather than at the back. If you correlate that to real astronauts, yeah, they know that in space you don't have that sort of nonsense. That doesn't work. When you're on a mission to save Earth and the universe, you don't bring your drama about, I really like him. Is my hair good this time? I mean, I am exaggerating it, but am I? Because there were those moments. So, yeah, that was one thing I was just... At some point, the captain has got to say, okay, cut your shit out.
Yeah.
Let's go in and save the world. So I love the series, but it definitely has...
It has holes.
It has some issues.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We've rambled enough about the spoilers and the ending. I do feel like they could go a whole new... This is like the starting...
Stargate.
Yeah. This is like you could do another 4 seasons because now we've established contact with so many. The next seasons could be we're now going on missions to meet everybody.
Because that's what they do right at the end of the last episode.
Yeah.
They're like, we're heading out.
We're heading
again.
out. It's another life, the final frontier. But if people like this and they get the budget, I totally could see writers having time and space to write a new arc, write a new big bad.
It's the new Star Trek.
Yeah, it could be that. Or the new Battlestar Galactica, because that's kind of some of how we did space. Although we are now in the FTL drive sections of sci-fi. It's a bit of an amalgamation.
Yeah, and Earth still exists.
Yeah. Let us know your thoughts below. Are you a fan of the series? Are you hoping for another season? Will we get one? Who knows these things? Katie Sackhoff, probably.
Maybe.
Thanks so much for watching this, but most of all, until next time, remember...
Live long and Tuesday.